Hello Pisces, I'm Nicholas Ashbaugh. Good to see everybody. Welcome to your end of month checkpoint. I'd like to address that first. The reason that this is the end of the month is I had to make an urgent move out of my apartment due to a water leak, a broken HVAC, and also some mold. So suffice it to say, it's been a busy April for me, but I'm here and I have a lot to share with you, so thank you for being patient. This can always be used, by the way, for Sun, Rising, Moon, and Venus, and I like to begin with channeled messages. As I tuned into your sign today, it's kind of on the nose, but what I saw was a person underneath the water. So, of course, the element of water coming through. But in order to be able to dive or exist under the water, you have to take a breath, you have to manage resources, and there's a lot of things that I want to talk about for this. So, first things first, budgeting, planning, and anticipating for those moments where you have to take a deep breath, right? And also, when I think of water, I think of the emotions and the intensity of a situation. So you may feel like, you're trying to get your head above water. And if you need some assistance this month, whether it comes from an advisor, someone who is well-versed in the law, or you just want to talk to a friend, all of that is also coming through. Because the element of water came through for you, I think this could be a very powerful month for you. So with what time remains, if you choose your time and energy wisely, I feel like you can make a lot of ripples, a lot of positive momentum and traction. And it's really just a matter of staying focused and going with the energetic flow, because water flows. So if something naturally is getting you excited, getting you connected, go there. If you're seeing any sort of blocks, don't view them so much as rejection, but redirection, helping you focus here or there instead of on something that just kind of isn't worth the time and energy, okay? So let's see where the ripples exist, where the energy exists, and where you might need to do a little bit of planning. It's time to begin, folks. All right, so take a moment, please, as I'm getting set up here. Close your eyes, take a nice deep inhalation and exhale, and imagine yourself maybe at the beach, since I saw some water, and create a circle in the sand around your body, the sun directly overhead, connecting you to source and allowing you to plug into your intuition. All right, we'll welcome the angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters as we pull your spread here. Very cool external card, or final card there, rather. I love the travelers. All right, let's get started with your catalyst. All right, you have ethics coming through in the catalyst position, very powerful. The card is reversed. So there may be someone in your life that's either calling into question what the ethical path might be, or they might be lacking ethical sort of like logic themselves. This is a period of time where you really want to step into doing the right thing at the right time. Sometimes that means speaking up when no one else will. Your ethics and really kind of like taking the high road is going to be important. In fact, in this particular illustration, we see them going from shadow into light. So you may just be calling into question something, saying, hey, are you sure we should do this? It could also be your higher self coming through and whispering, there's another way. Always look for that ethical path. It's worth it. You'll sleep well at night. Let's start off with your center card, strength. We can take it at face value, and you may be putting more of a prioritization on health, well-being, mind, body, spirit. There could be a Leo coming into your life offering some love or support, but ultimately the strength card is one that helps you basically be reminded of your own power and capacity to overcome things. Typically, we see the person taming the lion. In this one, it's actually like they're friends. It's already done. And this is showing me that you've overcome or you're about to overcome a pattern when it comes to like power dynamics in relationships. So the message from Spirit is, it doesn't have to be difficult. You don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to struggle the way you used to. If there is a challenge in front of you, you can overcome it, and you might be able to exit the conversation or situation better than you started, possibly surprising the person, possibly getting an ally in the process. Because if you can go through a tricky situation with grace and with ease, you earn the respect of others, and that's what I see in this card. I love what is crossing that center card. Strength, which is being sort of clarified by the 10 of Pentacles. This is a card that represents strength in your finances. Also, if we look at the traditional card, it's friends, family, colleagues. We can see the family of elephants here. Elephant, of course, a symbol connected to Ganesha, overcoming any sort of obstacles. If you previously had challenges with money, things are starting to change. The archway, which is represented by just the golden pentacles here, we can actually see the physical archway here, is a stronger foundation. Get ready for things to be a little bit firmer, stronger, easier than before when it comes to either opportunities or actual money that might be coming into your life right now. There is power in numbers. That's why we see the family or herd of elephants here. So your leadership and teamwork, because this card was connected to the strength card, it's basically your strongest strength and attribute this month. Step into leadership. Talk about money. Talk about your requirements when it comes to resources. You have the capacity to attract and bring that in. In fact, as we look at the deep past, we have one of the best communication cards in the minor arcana, the Queen of Swords. Honestly, she's one of the best ones in the deck, second only to the King of Swords. So what I like about her is she has the ability to get to the point, but because she's upright, she also can see things from all angles. She's fair, also connected to the law. So doing what? Something that's ethical, as we talked about here. Your ethical approach is going to be very, very important. The other thing here is to get to the point. Whatever it is that you need to say, don't mince your words. Sometimes less is more, and this is an instance where that is especially true. If you want to work on your communication skills this month, it's a great time to do so. I love all the butterflies around her. This is showing your ability to expand, to go further, and I think this is one of the more important things that I see in this spread, to affect change with your communication. Be the agent of change. Speak what it is that you want into existence, and by doing that, actually, you're going to be creating an opportunity, a synchronicity you can manifest. So that may be your title this month. Speak it into existence. Until you ask, until you put it out there, you never know what the universe might give to you. And it's important to stretch yourself a little bit and say, I believe in this. Let's do it. Your integrity, your honesty, and your ability to just put it out there could actually open the door for you. As we look at the recent past here, we have the Page of Swords. Communication, we just talked about it, is key. The thing with this particular page is he's kind of up there in the sky. So make sure you're grounding your ideas and, again, making them as clear as possible. You might also be taking this moment to clear the air. If there's been any sort of miscommunications or misunderstandings, you're stepping into this moment and saying, hey, I just wanted to address this or talk about this before we begin so we can, basically move forward untethered. So be honest, be clear, speak up, and make sure you're listening. He's kind of listening over his shoulder to make sure that he's not missing out on something. So part of a great communicator is an active listener and someone who then says, hey, this is what I heard. Does that make sense? And then after they communicate, they'll say, I want to make sure that I was clear. Do you have questions? Does that make sense? So that style of communication will benefit you. Some of you also might be deciding to put things down into writing, a contract, an idea, a proposal. Here we go with the waves and the ocean, and this is you, Pisces. Yes, the card is in the reverse position, but it's still the King of Cups. What's important here is you might be asked to navigate some sort of like, what would you call this? Some stormy weather or some uncertain waters, whatever. I was trying to go for a metaphor, but things could be a little bit uncertain. And what you want to do is to rise above it. I was just talking to another sign about equanimity, not feeling like you have to be pulled into the emotions of a situation, but rather seeing the larger pattern. Oh, this happened because of this, not because, someone doesn't like me or the universe is making things hard. I just need to be able to keep my head above water and to be able to see this through to completion. Do whatever you need to do to regulate your emotions and your mental health. For each of you, it could be something different: therapy, exercise, art, rest, meditation. Make time for that, and I think you'll be in a good place. You might just feel overwhelmed. It can sometimes be happy tears, by the way, with what's coming in, and allow yourself to process the emotions, because the next card is very auspicious. We have the Queen of Cups in the upright position. So from feeling overwhelmed to feeling okay. You will move through this. This can also be love and partnership and friendship. All of these things are good. And let's celebrate the Queen of Cups, because I feel like for many of you, this is your moment to really lean into passion, creativity, and maybe even love and friendship. When it comes to relationships this month, the Queen of Cups is about allowing yourself to be seen, not holding back too much. The transparency, the emotional availability, all of these things are going to call in someone else who's done the same work. So make sure that you know who you are, that you know what you want, and don't be afraid to go for it. We love the Queen of Cups. And again, I feel like whatever tumults are existing here have resolved by the time that you get here. And yes, we could see another water sign coming into your life: Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is one of the more powerful cards in this spread. Things are making a change for the better. The Wheel of Fortune moves. Even though it's reversed, it's going to continue to move. So the changes that you make now can affect tomorrow, and you may not be where you want to be right now, but you're headed in the right direction, provided that you continue to make good decisions. Some of you want to change your job. Some of you want to change your health. Some of you just want to explore and see what else is out there. Go for it. This is the time to make the changes. Do focus a little bit more on managing your budget, your timelines, and your resources to make sure that you understand what you have and what you need. But otherwise, this is saying a change has been happening for a while. This is the time to lean into it. In the environment, we have a Knight of Wands coming through. There could be love or passion. So in addition to the water sign, some of you might be attracting a fire sign as well. This can just be opportunity too. And the environment reflects what you're putting out into the world. So you are saying, I'm ready for new ideas, new opportunities, love, and passion. So don't be surprised if it finds you. I love the gecko on the nose of the knight here, or the horse, I should say. What it's showing you is you have the ability to, first of all, navigate new opportunities that come your way, but also if there's been any sort of setback in the past, lizards, geckos, some of these salamanders out there can sometimes regrow, usually the tail. And so you have a chance now to bounce back. That's why the Wheel of Fortune beneath it is saying this is different from the past. There's more abundance coming through. Be confident, be bold, fight for what you want, ask for what you want, and don't be afraid to share your passion as well. Okay? As we take a look here at hopes, fears, and opportunities, we have a card that doesn't want to come up, the Three of Cups. Three of Cups in the reverse position. I feel a little bit of pulling back. Some of you have a lot of invitations to connect with others, but you might be worried about how you might be perceived, or you just like your privacy. Here's the thing. Three of Cups allows you to meet new people and experience new things. Say yes to some of the invitations. Put yourself out there. Have some fun. Make room for fun in your life. What you do want to avoid with the reversal of this, however, is gossip. And if you see someone that is involved in a clique, something that excludes other people, you do the opposite. Be inclusive, invite people in, and that kind of team building and community building goes right to that center crossing card, the 10 of Pentacles. People will remember you for someone who builds a bridge rather than destroys one. And again, if there is any gossip, it will get back to the person that's being talked about, so don't be a part of that. Reach across the aisle and welcome someone in instead. You have one of the more auspicious cards in the outcome here, Travelers. Travelers in the reverse position. So imagine this as number 22 so 21 is the world. So this would be right beyond that. This is exploring the larger world. And because it's reversed, there might be a fear of ambiguity, or you're wondering, like, did I reach the pinnacle? I just had a really great success. Is that as good as it gets? No. The Traveler's card is coming through and saying there's a bigger world out there than what you've experienced. Don't be afraid to try something different. change. Lean into change. Try new things and explore, okay? We're going to expand the forecast a little bit here, health, wealth, love, and destiny. I will start off with health, but before I get there, a reminder that if you ever want to do a deeper dive for your life, your sign, etc., feel free to reach out to me for a private reading. Okay, health first. This is your mind, body, and spirit. And the card that came through here is the Ace of Swords in reverse. Throat chakra energy coming through. Some of you might need to say something. We talked about clearing the air. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm upset. Whatever it is that might be stuck in your energy, it can affect you. And the throat chakra is where it's showing up. This is also like excising things. So you might be deciding to get rid of, maybe there's a small growth or you're going for elective surgery. Generally speaking, an ace is good. Just make sure that the time is right for you, that you understand what you're getting into, that you've built up your strength since that was at the center. And then also, if you don't know or understand something with respect to your health, ask. This card can represent you saying no if you don't want something, or you being critical or asking a question. All of that is a good thing, particularly when it comes to making educated decisions about your health and well-being. Looking at the cards, I love that strength is at the center. You have the capacity to really improve your physical well-being, super important. The trick in this sort of spread here, the tricky thing I should say, is just relationships and your sensitivity. People in your life could be getting under your skin. And for some of you, it could just be that you're feeling either overwhelmed because of stress or joy. Either way, finding a way to stay grounded is going to be important. Exercise is one amazing way. Avoid going to extremes when it comes to having fun here. And this is usually Three of Cups can be drinking too much, partying too much, working too much, anything to an extreme. You definitely want to avoid that right now because it kind of takes you out of your power and out of your focus, and we don't want that. Okay, let me see if there's anything else here. Oh, when it comes to doctors, the ethics card is so critical and so important. You really want to make sure that the person that is working with you and advocating for you is ethical, okay? Final message coming through before I exit here, the traveler. Some of you may be deciding to take a vacation or a holiday or move. And it does feel like you're in a good place to do that. So go for it. All right. Looking at wealth, resources, life purpose, and career, you have to be happy. Happiness and joy is not an option, and your success shouldn't come at the sacrifice of your happiness. Also, for some of you, you just need to unload or offload something that's been heavy on your mind. If you need to vent with someone, make sure that you trust and understand the company that you're keeping, because the Three of Cups, like I said, is a gossip. Not everybody can be equally trusted. So mind your words, mind your company, and know that making good choices in that will protect you in the long run. Overall, when I'm looking at your resources, I love this card. You have the capacity to increase it. So in an existing job, maybe there's a raise or promotion, or you're just performing well. If you're looking for work, you can find something, but it's going to be through a network of people. And any other phase of life, you might just really be leaning on building a network of friends. And that's what this is, networking a little bit. Other things that I see as your strength this month, your communication skills and your passion. We have swords and cups all around the strength card. So talking, listening, being empathetic, and then being passionate. Pull it all together, we have the 10 of Pentacles and the Strength card. So a lot of water and a lot of air fueling all of this movement for you. And I got the water when I was tuning into you. Remember that you can speak something into existence, and this category in particular is where you want to make it happen. Talk about your worth. Talk about how much you've provided and really advocate for what's next. And this is showing you that if they can't meet you on the level, or if you can't see what you're looking for wherever you're at, there's something better along the way. Your networking is so important this month, though. Friends, family, colleagues, peers, all of that energy is coming through with these two cards. You also look like you're doing a great job when it comes to just connecting well with others. So keep up your public speaking practice and communication skills overall. It will lead you in a good direction. This ace can also be an idea and you're afraid to share it. Don't be afraid to share it. Again, communication is coming through as one of your strengths. Let's move on to love and relationships. More water. I feel like we got almost everything here except the Knight of Cups. So we have Page of Cups coming through, very auspicious for relationships, but with the card in the reverse position, it's important to not put yourself second. For many of you, historically you might have been trying to make people happy, put them at ease, make sure that they're getting what they need and what they want. In this moment in time, the invitation is for you to also be happy, also be supported, and to make sure that you're getting what you're investing. Finding balance, finding an equal footing in relationships is vital to your happiness, and you're worth it. We have it with the Wheel of Fortune. All right, can you find love? Absolutely. Look, I have 2 pairs here. Interestingly enough, whether you're in love or looking for love, I'm seeing big groups. There could be a wedding this month. There could be a chance to meet someone at a wedding this month. If you're looking for love, water and air coming through really strong. Also, you have an option for fire. There's no lack of options in front of you, maybe a lack of focus. The challenge in existing relationships, and for those of you that are just trying to navigate how to get along with family or coworkers, is there's a lot. There's a lot of voices. There's a lot of energy there. So never underestimate your power, your voice, your vision, and make sure that you're getting a seat at the table, because you deserve that as well, Pisces. What I like here, this card can represent marriage and harmony. This represents a party or celebration. And this is showing me that the best is yet to come. So I feel very good about this. The only challenge in relationships or just your life in general is self-worth, money, time, your resources. There might just be too many things on your calendar, your social calendar this month. If that's the case, be discerning. The 3 of Cups in reverse can be just, I need to say yes to some, but no to most, because I got enough going on. So be picky where you say yes. Do say yes occasionally, but you don't have to say yes all the time. How does that sound? All right, let's move into your final card here, your destiny. And for destiny, we have the monkey. The monkey is connected to knowledge, laughter, and bonding. That kind of vibes with what we've seen. The card is reversed, just like the 3 of Cups reversed. So for some of you, you just want to make sure that the company that you keep is on the level, the same level as you, whether it's intellectually, spiritually, same common interests, and then someone or some people that make you laugh. That's going to make this whole life experience a little bit lighter, easier, and more manageable overall, after all, right? All right, now is your chance to ask one final question for today. It can be anything that you still need some advice on. Let me give the cards a shuffle, and we'll see what Spirit has to say. King of Swords. All right. King of Swords in the reverse position. So if you have a yes/no question, it's a yes, provided that you get your question answered when you're talking to someone. So before signing on the dotted line, ask a question. If somebody wants you to be a part of something, your voice matters. Make sure that you have autonomy, the ability to steer the ship a little bit. This is also now just more widely connected with your ability to take action on things. So as I'm looking at this, I have a little bit of activation in the solar plexus. So do you feel empowered to do what you want to do, or do you feel like you're still beholden to some decision maker? There's a very entrepreneurial vibe that's coming through here. So if you want to do something on your own and you really want the words, the vision, the product to reflect you, you might have to find a different path. You might have to do it on your own. You have the power, you have the capacity, but the most important thing in this moment in time, Pisces, is to speak up. A couple of quick highlights before we wrap up for today. Again, you came through really strong with a lot of water. Use your passion and sensitivity to your advantage, but take time to regulate your emotions. They could get in the way. There's a lot of voices coming through here, different opinions with the Queen, the Page, the King of Swords. So you have to make sure that you're at the table, that your voice is heard, that you're also believing in yourself, because Wheel of Fortune with these 2 cards, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, tells me that people celebrate and receive what you have to say, but you have to believe it. Go after your passions and goals, and remember, the best is yet to come. I do strongly believe that for you. That, my friends, brings this reading to a close. I hope that you enjoyed this first and foremost. Let's check in on Apollo. I'll get my camera set up here in just a moment, but we'll wrap up with him. First things first, if you like this, please subscribe, please like, and leave a comment below. Share as well, it helps. You can also find out more about me by going to my website, nicholasashbaugh.com. From there, you can Join me on social media if you'd like. It's always my full name on all major platforms. You can give back with PayPal. You can also book a private reading. And right here on YouTube, never forget that you can also give back with a super sticker, super chat, or by becoming a member. All of these things allow me to continue to show up every month. I wouldn't be here without you. All right, as promised, let's give Apollo a little pat on the head. He is sleeping, so we'll make this super gentle. He already knows. I know, buddy. It's all about you. Yes, good boy. Thank you. Oh. All right, everybody. Thank you again for being the best part of what I do here on YouTube. I hope you have a fantastic end of this month. And again, you'll be kicking off the next set of readings. So thanks for your patience.